welcome everybody to Season 5 of Timberborn. Now, the official 1.0 update is not yet out, but you can see here we have switched to experimental mode. And so we are going to go ahead and start this. This is effectively the 1.0 build. And we're going to use the folktales, and I do want to go to a larger map. Let's try the plains. We've never actually been there. You can see kind of what we completed. Kind of did the hollows, and we've done the cliffside. That was a lot of fun. That was last season. Canyon was fun too. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the plains. It's a little bit beginner friendly because we're also going to go to hard. So we've generally been playing on normal, but I do want to try the hard because we've done 4 seasons of this already. I feel we have a good grasp of it. And we do want to go to an easier map just because it kind of hand carries us in just a little bit, so the resources shouldn't be that bad. And as we learn the difficulties and what hard really means, we'll go ahead and make other seasons on hard. But as we get into this, as always, if you guys like the content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start Season 5. Now, I don't know what to call the colony as of yet. We will need to name that shortly. Right now, let's just call it the Munchkin Nation. How about that? I can't spell. The Munchkin Nation. That one sounds nice. Now, this is a very, very large map. We want to explore it a little bit to begin with. We have metals over here, multiple mines. Now, we don't have the tubeways with them, but we do have the zip lines. We are going to want to set all that up. We do have more goodies over here as well. Yeah, look at all this. This map is huge. Now, I don't know what else we have. Found water, new beginning. We also might have new building stuff to deal with. I don't know. But step 1 is obviously we need to get set up. So, in order to do that, we go to water. I do need a water pump. That is very much needed. We're going to go ahead and get some pathing set up as well. Like so. Oh, we can do those things. Gather a flag. We definitely want you like that. Also, controls need to figure out, but we can actually do a little bit of a better management like that, which is great. So we'll go ahead and do that. This I want to demolish. And then I also need to get wood online, so we're going to get a lumberjack flag over here. I'm going to mark some trees for cutting. How about all those trees for cutting? And we'll go ahead and do these trees for cutting as well. And we'll go ahead and add another one like that. Get our pathing set up. Now these will probably be deleted later at some points, but for now, that's what we need. The other thing that we also want to get is an efficient farmhouse. Go ahead and just plop you right there. And that is going to allow us to start growing things. So if I go to plant crops, we probably want to start with carrots. Something like this, and then we're going to go ahead and mark resources for demolition, get rid of all those so that I can get more carrots down. Like that. Alright, we're going to go to triple speed. And hopefully we can check out monuments. Yeah, we need to build the wonder. Decorations, nothing's really changed. Not really seeing a lot of new stuff, which is not the end of the world. We're also going to need some storage though, so let's get a, not that. Let's get some water storage online, because those will be needed to get some water. And then we also want a medium warehouse, maybe over here, and we're going to set some pathing up like that. And you will just store carrots is what we want. Carrots. And then I also need a, well, actually for right now, let's do blueberries because we have blueberries, and we'll get more storage, more medium storage. Like you, and you shall be carrots. So now we have the lovely sound to listen to. Didn't realize that was not up and running, but we do want to prioritize you and probably you. And then we'll do that, and that should be good. Okay, and then the next thing we need to do, water is flowing this way, so I need to get to landscaping and build not that, but I want to unlock that, which means I need science. And so we're going to get an inventor hut. You are going to be high priority. We'll actually go ahead and build another one as well. How many beavers do I have? I have 2 jobs remaining. That will be probably one of them, because I also need this online. But good water is flowing this way, but we need the dam to come up so we can be fine there. You need to just be water. And then you will also just be water to do that automatically. All right, plant crops. We can get a little bit more carrots in here. How are we doing on you? You just need logs. Okay, and you are thirsty. Okay, you're fine on water. Let's also high prioritize that so we get a little bit more storage. Also contemplating maybe getting another water pump, but for district housing, probably want some houses while we're at it. How about a little market over here? Now this is not high priority. We can do something like that, add a decoration in. That gets us some starting housing. We can build up on top of this as well. It's kind of nice, it gets with that level. But what I want is, it's not district management, housing. Oh, never mind. Folktales don't have breeding pods. They need the houses to repopulate. So this will be important. Still have more jobs that I need, so I actually am going to add another lumberjack flag here. Let's set that to high priority so you start cutting down wood. We'll also go ahead and get another water pump here, just because we can. Do have beavers in there. That is being worked on. We are getting science now, and once we have enough for not a levee. Oh, I already have dam. What am I doing? That needs to be completed. That's super high priority, so we can protect against a drought. It's going to take a lot of logs, but it will be good. And then what we can do is, I need wood. I need to unlock the forester, which is why we need stuff. That will also require planks, which means I need to start getting some power online. Built a dam! Oh, look at that! We are starting to get the achievements as well, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get a water wheel here. Oh, it's even telling me a little bit about, like, that's 170. It gives me a little bit of a hint of how much it will be. That is great. We do need a little bit of pathing. We are going to set up a little bit of a district over here. I'm going to set the priority a little bit higher as well. Get rid of those things so I can go ahead and get wood and get a lumber mill online once that is available. And dam is priority, and then we will get enough to get or rather hopefully get the I can't even think. We need power. So dam is first, so we have water stability, which we are having fairly well, not too bad. And I can go ahead and add another storage as well over here and just make you go ahead and be water. So we have a little bit more. But I need that forester in order to obviously make things a bit better. And we'll go ahead and get that wood, get you online like this. Bring this over here. Oh, what, spiral stairs? Oh, that is cool. And then normal stairs. Okay, that's new. Zip lines, that's all the same. I'm liking that, though. We'll do that. This is going to be a higher priority than that. But then we can start making planks. And then let's also just prioritize that stuff while we're at it. We're running out of berries. I really need this to be done. So we are going to up your priority. So it's higher than everything but the dam. You can reach over there still, which is good, but we need the forester up, and then I was going to build like a forester over here so we can start doing that. So let's go ahead and get a forester online. Yes. So we will need this built and this built in order to do all that. And so your priority needs to be up. Your priority needs to be super high as well, although I don't have planks. We did build the farmhouse, so this should help with food management. Because these guys take a little bit of time to grow. Yeah, 4 days, but we get 3 food, and that is quite a bit that we have planted. We're going to go ahead and plant a few more crops here, like that. And they should be good. And because we greened that up, we can even just do a little bit of that, so we get even more. Now we will start to diversify a little bit. We could even do that now. I don't really want potatoes. Wheat would be good, but we don't have bread, and these things, I need the aqua. But we could start to plant, into the riverbed here if I started making that. Now we are starting to work on that, which is good. And the water is doing all right. We should almost be done with that. I don't know if we have enough logs, though, in order to complete all our endeavors, which is not a good thing, but we can migrate over this way. Say right there. Build lumberjack, and then cut trees, smart trees for cutting, all of that. And we'll also go ahead and add a gather flag over here as well. And then I also just need to hook this up. Like that, and we will go ahead and prioritize those things. You have nothing to do really, so we're going to go ahead and delete that. Go ahead and plant a crop, get that loaded, and... Are these not reachable? Yeah, too far. That's fine. What we'll do is this. Alright, so we should be working on that. Should be working on a bunch of things. This will get us... Did I already mark those? I did mark those. Those are big logs, so that should be enough to help the system kind of be set up. Go ahead and do all that. Plant crops. There we go. Alright, so that is a nice big field to start with. Should have plenty of things going on there. What do we want to do, though? So there's stairs, there's our water sources. Hon, we're in the middle of a drought? I did not even realize that. And it is a long drought. I'm glad we got the dam up, and we are still going to pump throughout to hopefully get some stuff. And this gives us a little bit of leeway to get a little bit more. Now, we could actually move this dam over here at some point. We don't have the resources to do that as of right now, but in the future, I do want to do that. How far do you reach? Okay, so this is all going to be trees, and you go all the way out there, which once we have water, we'll be fine, and we've run out of food? Okay, well, you high prioritize that, because we need this food. And what is the... They're almost done with carrots. I did not realize we were having an issue with food already. And they're not happy because they're hungry and they have no shelter. The hunger thing is a bigger problem. I didn't high prioritize that, so we will see if they survive. But we do have water at least. I'm not concerned about that. And the hunger is going down as things come along. And now we're getting carrots in. So now we should be fine on food and get a little bit of a surplus of food as well. This is now built, so we can start, once we have this drought ended, we can start making planks, get the forester online, and then we can start planting trees and bushes. I will probably want a few oaks. We'll just do our oaks here, like that. We'll get some more pines, because that's what these are. Like this. Leave a little bit of room there, and then we will just do that. And I think, if I check this, we actually can reach a little bit farther. But what is the reach of you? Oh, you can go all the way. Perfect. So we just need to do a little bit more pine. And this will help us later for getting treated planks. But we want to plant some oaks early so we can start to get that online. We are still getting research, which is good. We almost have a second research building. And then I need to actually start prioritizing some housing so we get shelter to make the beavers happier. And those can hold 3, so that should be enough. But I really, really want the pathing like this. Oh my gosh, that makes it so much easier. I can just do that. Oh, that's 350 though versus 70. It's very expensive to get that, but very nice indeed. All right, last day of the drought here, and we should survive that. You guys should still be getting logs, I would think. Oh. Go ahead and prioritize these guys, and we need to go ahead and build storage. Go and get a large pile here. Make you guys logs. So I can start storing some logs for use. Now we're burning through a lot of logs to begin with, just because that's what we do. And we're starting to get some housing online. So hopefully we start getting some baby beavers. This is where that status is now, which is interesting. All right, survive your first drought. Look at that. So we're starting to get those achievements online. We actually have beaver happiness. Shelter is our only concern right now. Food is doing okay. I will want to start rotating crops at some point, getting more food production online. If I go to food, we do have a grill. I could use some of our wood to actually make grilled potatoes. Oop, I kind of boxed myself in here. It's not the end of the world, but what we'll go ahead and do is just mark these resources for demolition here. Actually, I'm going to just remove all of that. And we are doing good on the housing. Okay. We will need another water pump. We will need more housing as well. We are getting research, which is good. And new well-being score. Look at that. Reach an average of 4. Okay. We're doing okay. Died of old age? That's bad. But this needs to be running, so I'm going to do that. And how many logs do we have? We do have a decent amount of logs. That needs to be the highest priority, both workplace and everything else. We did get that pump online. I do want you to always at least be high priority on that one. Let's do a little bit of that so I can clean that up, and then we'll go ahead and plant more potatoes as well. We have more research available. We even have a bed available because I think we had the beaver die. But housing, I am going to want to get a mini lodge, not mini lodge, a double. That's what we want. And I kind of boxed myself in a little bit, but we can do something like that. And then once we get a platform, we can get a spiral staircase up there. It'll be good. I'm trying to plan out what we're doing, but right now it is simply survive. All right, plant some crops. Let's get some potatoes online. And let's start just planting maybe a swath of potatoes like so. And then we can start grilling them. They do need to grow though, and that adds a food variety for us, which is helpful. All right. And how many planks do we have? This needs to be super high priority because I need to get trees planted ASAP so we can have more wood. And that is all working. Perfect. This area is cleared out. So what do we want to do next? We do have some stairs to get over here. I am going to go ahead and delete you. I need to move you, basically, because I've blocked myself off. So we're just going to do this. Something like that. We'll add that food gather flag back over here. Like that. We even have some more stuff over there. And we'll go ahead and add lumberjack flags there. And then cut down some trees. Like so. So we can start to get up here, build more housing that way. Okay, you guys should have basically nothing to do. And we'll go ahead and delete that for now. Food is doing okay. All right, so now what do we want to do? High score is good. We should be getting some beavers online. We have 147 of that. Water is probably need to pump a little bit more. So we'll high prioritize you. You have nothing to do. High prioritize that one. We're going to go ahead and pause these right now. Just because you're planting, which is great. And now we're getting some more logs over there. And you need to be prioritized, so at least... Oh no, I'm good on berries right now. This, though, we will make grilled potatoes when we have them. And we are starting to get some logs here, which is good. I will need some more storage. There, and make you planks. Okay. So logs 12. We have another plethora of logs there. Well-being. Let's get a teeth grindstone online just so we are a little bit better. Campfire. I would love one of those. Like that. And then a rooftop. That would be nice as well. I would like to build that there, but I need more science for things. Which also means I need more beavers, so I need to produce more. I have a baby beaver, but I need more housing. Let's just go ahead and get some more housing. We'll get some of these online. Like that. We can always build on top. And then for decorations, we can add a shrub here. Built a campfire. Nice. And I really don't want to waste the 100 resources on that. Gear workshop we could build. That could be fun. I don't need gear. Actually, storage. What do I need for medium? I do need gears for that. So let's go ahead and unlock the gear workshop. Problem is that I want to put it there. Pathing. Do I have enough for you? I do. I'm going to do that. Gear workshop. That's where I want you to be. But also that allows me to go over here and do a little bit of that so I can get that rooftop terrace in when I get it. And we almost have enough for that gear workshop. And we start producing gears, storing those. I'll need storage for that. They go in an actual warehouse though. And so we can add gears. These trees are starting to come online. We are still getting logs, producing logs. You're producing 194. You use, I can't remember how much. That uses 120 and you use 50. So that will be enough to produce for both of them. We also need to start getting more power online. So I want to get stairs down here, build out this power. We need logs for that, obviously. We are getting some logs over here. Those are birches. What else do we have? Other than those ancient structures. So I saw there was like new ancient things on the map or things we could break down for some extra research points, but I'm not seeing them here, which should be okay. But we seem to be fairly stable. Food is doing solid. I do need more storage though. So I'll add storage, medium warehouse here. You are going to be potatoes, probably grilled potatoes, and I need to start getting up here, so I really do need a bunch more research. But let's go ahead and get that gear shop online as well. Get a path set up there, and we will go ahead and do a little bit of that. So those will be connected. Another drought, 7 days too? Okay, these are starting to get ridiculous. Not gonna lie. We'll go ahead and get another water pump like that. And storage, I do want that, and we're gonna make you water. We will pump through all this. We should have enough food, and by pumping through all this, we should have enough water. We're going to pause you for now just because it is a drought, and I don't need that available. We do have more housing, so we should start to get, yep, beavers are being born. Population is going up. Check. If we get the shrubbery online, which I don't know if we'll do today. It looks like it'll be a tomorrow problem. But that shrubbery should actually allow us to get a little bit more happiness, well-being. We are starting to focus on that. And good, we have research coming in. Really, really want more science. So, and that would be an observatory. But that is 200 power. It can take 4 beavers. But look at those resources. It's insane. So we need a tapper shack. We need a bunch of goodies for that. We will go ahead and build a tapper shack, probably over here, just because we have the pathing, builds a little bit of scaffolding, and then we can start getting all this pine. Now the issue is these guys will die in 12.6 days, which is why we kind of want to build a water reservoir over here. We don't have the resources for that though. We're barely holding on. This though should be... How do I want to handle this? We might just have to do the old tried and true method of getting this here and then getting that there and then getting this here once I have 70. Can't use a spiral staircase yet, but it will be cool when we get it. The other next big project, obviously, we could get up here because we'd have stairs. We can get all these logs. You guys are working hard there, but I need to figure out where to put like a nice dam. I mean, that would be good, but we need more storage. Water storage is more what I'm going for, and my closest metals appear to be, that's a trek. Yeah, over here seems to be good metal production. Question is, do I have issues with water intrusion? It doesn't appear that I do. We will have to see once the drought ends. And yeah, that oak was dead. But we do have campfire. We are up to 7, died of old age. Beavers are doing okay. How are we doing on our oaks? 20%. They'll take a little while. He is a planted though. And we should start to get all the other goodies online, and we are about to get enough. If I get stairs, I can add them. Come on, come on, there we go. And then we just add a little path here, and now we're up top. So if I go ahead and go to well-being, rooftop terrace, I'm going to put that there. Something like that. So now we're up here, we can go ahead and build a little bit more. We can get some more goodies online as we see fit. But I need better housing is kind of what I want, but that's 150 and don't have the research for that as of yet. We kind of need more beavers, but this will make them happier, and happy beavers lead to better things. We're going to go ahead and prioritize this so we get some of that wood back. We are getting some of those oaks over here. These guys are doing all right. You are very high priority for right now. Please plant all these things. But yeah, water is not an issue. We seem to be fine on that for now. But we are pushing once we have this up and running. We do want to get storage, and I do want a medium tank because we need to have a little bit more protection for ourselves in case of badness occurring. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just delete that one. So now I have a little spot here. I can add more. And because we have this path, we can actually build more water storage and stuff across the way as well. But these are all right. We are not grilling any potatoes, which is a slight issue. Oh, well, I need planks to do all that. And then we can do all that. And we could, not the inventor, just make you a slightly higher priority so we get some more food. Unconnected building. Oh, it's because that's not being built yet. But we have another 2 days before the end, and then we'll get power back. For that endeavor, I am going to go ahead and start doing a little bit of that. Power. Now this is just going to be low priority, but I do want them to build that. The other thing we need to figure out is where is this water coming from? It's not there. It might be all the way in there. That's fine. Nice well-being of 8. But part of the problem is the fact that a bad tide may come, and I want to divert this water away from us in case of a bad tide, because a bad tide right now would be quite devastating to us. We might have enough food and things to survive, and I would, delete that type kind of deal, so they couldn't get into the water. But logs are coming up, which is good. And then this is going to come online. These guys grow how long? 12 days to get 2 logs, and these guys 30 days to get 8 logs. A little bit more sustainability here. And we will expand our forest as we move out. But that will give us more power that we can then make this an industrial area. I really want that research though. Definitely need a lot of research for all that. How are we doing here? So we have shrubs, rooftop terrace will help, sunflower seeds, wet fir bonus. If we look at well-being, I could get showers, sure, but I'm more concerned about medical beds. And there's the Lido, which is kind of nice, and we could, build that here. Just get some more things. But there's the drought ending, so we can unpause you. So now that's getting logs, and then once the power or water flows, and it should be, yep, it is flowing from there. So bad tide will not be good for us. Oh, it's flowing from 2 directions. That's even better. Not so much. Water is not flowing into there, which is good. I'm kind of contemplating building a large structure here and diverting that water this way in case of a bad tide, so it would go off the map. That's probably our best bet. And so I would need sluices for that as well, just so it auto-controls itself. I can do floodgates in the meantime, but how bad would that be? So it needs to come up to this level, which is a problem because I need to block that off so that we're high enough. So it's not the end of the world. Don't have a lot of the logs right now to do that, but we do have you online, so we're now minking gears. Beavers, we do have beds available. We do need more storage. Medium warehouse. Get a little bit of that going. We can even build something there, but let's go ahead and make this normal potatoes and make you... What do we want? I really don't have anything else for right now, so we can hold off on you. There's the paper we'll need for the wonder. How are we doing on... How much is a tapper shack? It does require gears, which I do have now, and it's 500. I don't know if I want that right now. I think what we do want, though, like I was talking about, is let's go for a medium tank. We almost have enough to unlock it. And then once we have that, we should be better for it. And once they clear out all of that, we should be good. But I am going to start doing a little bit of pathing. Like that. Just so we can start maybe building that section if we start to get a nice log surplus. And we also need to get up here. I'm thinking just building from there. So I'll need some stairs here. Like that. Something like that, and then like that. In fact, if I could actually section this off, maybe even dynamite this out, we could just divert it and make this a giant dam area, but you never know. For now, we're just going to expand out like so. That's all built. You know, we'll just make you the cooked potatoes for now, and make you nothing for now, because you're not even being built. They can get to you, though, and now they are building you. High score of 9, buildings lack workers. Yeah, we just need more workers. It's kind of what we need. Carrots are doing all right. Ooh, you are high priority. We need these guys to grow up. And then we need to figure out what we need next for expansion. We have metals over here. If I do a little bit of this. Another drought approaching. Lovely. Wonder how long this one will be. That's not what I wanted. There we go. And if I get metals, metal. That costs 250. Don't have that, but what I do have is storage. You. And let's just super high prioritize that and make that water. Because food is okay. And somebody working... No one's working. I need more beavers, basically. I don't have any more beds, so that is a part of my problem. Let's go ahead and get some housing. How much do you cost? 250? 150 for that? Go ahead and build 2 more there. A little bit of that. Get some pathing set up. I'm actually going to go ahead and build one there as well, just so I have a little bit more room. And then what we could do is decorations. Do I have enough? It's 80. I don't know. This building isn't connected to any district. Well, it's because it needs to be connected up there. Once they connect all that up, we'll be solid. Storage, though, we can just add more carrots. Average well-being of 10. Look at that. And it's immediately... Oh, there it is. Happier than ever. These guys can be deleted. Coming over here. Unpause them. Up their priority a little bit. Okay, we are getting... Well, I saw planks in there for a hot sec. We're building more housing and stuff, though, so we can get access to stuff, get a little bit more beavers. We have 15. There's only 2 jobs that are vacant right now, which is a good problem to have. One of them is my berries, which is not the end of the world, because we're good. We have tons of grilled potatoes. Loving that. Actually, we're maxed out on storage on that, too. How much do you have? Oh my gosh. Lots of grilled potatoes. Happy to have that problem. They are actually starting to build up here as well. Let's start looking towards maybe doing a project. I really want zipline stations. Those require metals, that requires smelter, that requires a lot more science. So what I'm actually going to do is go to science, and I want to just build a collection of inventor huts. Like that. Now this drought is in progress, which means we are going to lose power, so I'm going to pause these guys. And then that should... Hopefully, I can get more beavers to do other things. Logs are going up. We are chopping all that down. That needs to be built. It wasn't built in time. We do have 165 water. That should help us. And we are starting to get more research available. Did I get any of that hooked up? I did not. Our priorities were misaligned because we were building that, and we didn't build it in time. These should also be being built as we get a surplus of logs. They don't need to be going into there, obviously, and so we should start to be getting into here to get more power for this system. And once we get over 1,000, we are going to go ahead and unlock the observatory, because that starts to get us a lot of science, a little bit more passive as well. This is for bot stuff. We'll probably, it's hard, giant map. I kind of want to do a bot colony, kind of do. Oh, and we never actually named our district. So what do we want to name you? The Pillar of Hope. There we go. Just call you the Pillar of Hope. Why not? Because this is going to be the central station for everything. I should probably set up... Well, no. This we can just mine. This will be a new district, though. I can probably get... Since water comes down here, we could break a little bit of this. Issue is... Or actually, I could dam up here, divert water off of there, have a second dam here so this stays full of water and even spills into here. That sounds a fantastic plan for that district. And even a little bit of overspillage would come down here. Actually, well, I could dam that off so we could at least still get to the mine. That could be kind of cool. Not going to lie. But we want zip lines for that so I can just go boop to boop. Because that's a lot easier. Okay. Well, this drought is not too bad. We are building all of these as well, getting more beavers online. 5 vacancies are my 5 little beaver huts. We do have 220-ish science. It's on the rise. You guys are getting wood, so we're getting a nice surplus. And I do like the folktales just because we have the ability to... let's go ahead and pause these to maybe get a little bit more science. Since I don't think we need the water right now, I'll go ahead and pause all of them. It is a drought as well, something we don't necessarily want to do. Too far from district center. Oh, it's because we didn't build that. If we had built that, we'd probably be building those as well. But once power returns, we should be a little bit better for it. We shall see. Alright, and we do have food coming in, so food is more than fine. We need that connected, then we can store more carrots. Probably, we just need more storage in general. That spiral staircase would be cool, but again, we're going to focus on research for now, because research is the name of the game. What else do we have, though? District Center, none of this is really what I need right now, because I don't have enough beavers to support that. I don't really want to waste the research on these things. I do want to get that Tapper Shack online over here, and we can kind of set up a little bit. So if I got a Tapper Shack like this, like that, we could start to get that online. That's 500 though. It does require planks and gears, which we are going to start producing just because we have this online. I also kind of want to get, I know it's a little expensive, landscaping. We'll throw in, levees, not so much. So we're just going to do this for now. That way I can get more planks being produced. So we could get another lumber mill here. Like that. So when this does get built, we should have enough power, produce a lot more planks, because planks are used in a variety of things, not only to build all of our platforms and stuff, but they go into using gears and other bits. And so we'll want to go ahead and support all that. And we will stop or grab a section of that. We will need also landscaping, a little plot there, and we can add more storage. This is just storage for the long term, low priority, and this will be pine, not maple syrup. Oh, sorry. Let's go ahead and delete that. Reason being, pine is actually stored inside of storage centers. So I could still do that, but I would need to do that. Water's coming from there as well, which is kind of nice. But yeah, we need to figure out a diverter valve, because that bad tide I know is quickly approaching, and that will not be good for us. Okay, well we have power, so we're going to unlock those guys as water flows through here. And we need to unpause all of you just because kind of need the water. And we'll high prioritize that as well. So we have 6 vacancies, which are these guys. Which is fine. We'll actually just unpause 2 of them, so hopefully we get some beavers. If I go to priorities over here, definitely want those up and running. And then we should start to fill that up, which would help even against longer droughts and things. I am really concerned about a bad tide though. Like, no joke. But the observatory is our next big item that we want to get up and running. If I get power, I do have some shafts, and we would be able to do that, which is good, because I am going to want to build maybe the observatory here or something. Or I guess I could build it over here and just migrate power. Or it might, how big is it? I can't remember. It's been a while. It's fairly large. We could just put it there. It'd be okay. And let's up the priority of you. Okay, we got broken teeth. That is okay. Beaver's injured. Oh, no, that's a bigger problem. So well-being, I need a medical bed. Oop. Go ahead and add one there and one there. Let's also see any more decorations. The roofs could be nice. It's 120. I think we should hold out for more goodies up there, though. All right, and then they should be building all that to start building that as well. We have tons of logs, which is kind of nice. And we should high prioritize all these medical beds so we get all of our beavers back. Because that is a problem. We want healthy beavers. Healthy beavers are happy beavers. Food, though, is doing okay. We have quite a bit. Normal potatoes could go with a little bit more. We're up to 18 beavers, though. Very nice to have. Unconnected buildings. Oh yeah, you're still unconnected because this isn't built. Can't get all the materials because I need this. Why is everything related to planks? Your efficiency should be 100%, which it is. We just need... I don't have any haulers to prioritize things. But we are producing, so that should... Hopefully... These guys just need planks. These guys just need... I need planks galore. That needs to come online. And that will be a high workplace area, so we can start burning through all this. And this needs to be the pipe thing. Oh my gosh, there's just too much. Let's actually lower the priority of that. Don't really care too much about that. Don't have any homeless beavers yet. We'll just make them the next high. Another drought is approaching already. Oh my gosh, these droughts. We do have this built though, which is fantastic. And if we can get this built, then we can build these guys very quickly, because we are running out of log storage, I want to say. Maybe. Okay. We're finally building these things. That'll eat some of our logs up, which is good. And then this is filling. We have total capacity of 420. Not too shabby. Medical beds should be being built at some point as well. Ah, they're starting to build that first. So let's actually just do that so that they build those first. And then we'll just lower this. That seems better. Okay. We're getting close to the required 1,000 that we need. And I can go ahead and get some power. Just get a shaft in here, because we'll need that in order to hook things up. But once we have the required number of beavers, or rather we have the observatory, all these little ones go away. We can even build more housing or other goodies in order to support our endeavor. I'm thinking of a double house here. Oh, beaver died of old age. But this will get us more power to support everything. It is coming online. And did we get medical beds? We did get medical beds. So unconnected buildings, still an issue. Can't get all the requirements. Yeah, because your age is away. But we don't have a drought as of yet. Water management, I am going to want floodgates at this point, because I don't have metals. So getting a sluice is kind of out of the question right now. I would like one though, but eh. And we can slightly test the system if we built that up. Similar to the last season, we could do that. But food is more than sufficient. And this will store even more carrots for us. Get some more housing up here. I actually want to build up here like this and loop around and get this housing to be this direction so we can go up there. I don't know why you're building that, but you are. We can get some decorations in here as well once we get the science, but again, we're pushing towards the observatory first. Once this actually is approaching, we're going to pause everything because we don't need any of this online. How are we doing? We do have some gears, do have some planks. That is a good thing. All right, Drought has started. Once again, pause these guys. That means we should be getting more science online. You might be able to work for a little bit. We did manage to actually get another one of these online too, but now we have 0. So have to pause that. Pumping water, they should be okay. It's only a 7-day drought. I think 400 something water for this amount of beavers is probably fine to support that endeavor. But yeah, we did get, I think, like 6 or 7 achievements, which is kind of nice. You're fine because we're maxed out on storage there. Logs are good. We're setting up a more industrious power network, let's say. And vacancies still have vacancies. These guys just need planks. That did get built finally. I will go ahead and pause you though. And then we'll unpause you so I have a vacancy. Alright, new day, new adventure. But yeah, no, the observatory is a lot better for actually producing science. Because this does, every 1 hour I get 1. This is every 0.75 hours I get 10. So just look at the scale of that. It's already 10 times more in less time. So that's even a higher multiple than 10. Now it does take 4 beavers, but you know, it's replacing 4 of these. The footprint is also substantially smaller. Now this should be able to support all that because it only needs 200 horsepower. And these guys should be okay for that. We could expand the power network as well, get more. I am also going to want to make a wind farm and maybe get some. We could get battery storage up here. It's a little bit of a height, not that much, but you know, with a bunch of wind, maybe set up throughout here and getting some of that, that could be fantastic. I would need to also do a little bit of, say this, to get up here. I'll need to do this eventually anyways. Reason being is that we will need to get up here to build that zip line if we really, really want it. And I can just go ahead and do a little bit of this to get up to there. So this is all just kind of like pre-planning it out. We'll just go around that one. There we go. But yeah, having some power, getting some gravity batteries up here would be fantastic. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can even connect them down here. To that, we can make this a bigger industrial area, or we can turn this into a secondary industrial area for more smelting, because there's going to be a lot more metal production over here with an actual mine online. Underground ruins, mind you. But our oaks finally grew up too, so we have actually more than enough wood store, or rather, more than enough wood. We actually need to make more storage for our wood. So we're going to go ahead and get another pile over here. Get another 2 piles for now. Just make you logs and you logs. It's a good problem to have so many logs. But we do need this drought to end so that we can get, and they built all of that as well. Oh my gosh, we're going to have tons of power. And we're very, very close to getting our required 1,000 to get our observatory online. Oh, it actually tells me chance of injury. High chance, medium chance, metals. High chance. So the mine was causing that. Medium chance. Okay. Not too shabby. The next thing we want to do is get all the way over here to get some metal production online, or some metal collection, rather. And we can build storage for that. Large pile. Like that. And you will just be scrap. Just so it starts to get closer to home. It is using a little bit of our logs, but we have tons of them. You guys should be working diligently to cut all these trees down. And we should... I can't prioritize stuff. Okay. You guys are fine. We do have a vacancy somewhere. Oh, there's my vacancy. We do need more housing, though. Once these are connected, if we actually build these, then that will be a little bit more housing for us to use. We did get that power shaft in there. Perfect. And it's a new day. I think by the end of this day, we should start to be able to get science and unlock you. Now, you need the pine resin. Crap. So we actually have to come over here and get that tapper shack first. Oh, that's going to require that. Okay. And so to this endeavor, cutting trees down, we are going to unmark trees to be cut. There we go. And the reason is we need this pine resin. And did I actually wood tapper shack? I did build it in. Well, it's going to require a little bit of effort to get that. But we are getting the science, and because... I guess we can go ahead and build a few more things. Let's get some decorations on here as well. I kind of want this lantern. Go ahead and build that. Let's get some roofs online. Something like that. Those will be nice. And then that's going to increase well-being. Probably want a bulletin board. Maybe right there, because there's only kind of one way in, one way out. How much? 600! Maybe not so much on the bulletin board. That's 500. A pole banner? Interesting, for 700. Don't have extract for that. Well-being. Get a contemplation spot up here. And then we could grab a shower while we're at it. We'll just put you there and there. So we get 2 showers. Now they're over here, which is not the end of the world. Once that ends, we will have power, so we can unpause all of that. So that should start eating up our logs. They will start also... Okay, they're going to get pine resin eventually, but we need to get this tapper shack online. And that requires planks, gears, the whole 9 yards. Oh, we actually ran out of water here. That's fine. It came back very quickly, so nothing really died, but that is not fun. It really necessitates the need for a dam. Alright, this is working. You guys are producing nearly 500 something horsepower once it's flowing correctly. Yeah, and 500 is more than enough. That's always about 200. So that'd be able to handle the entire network. Let's go ahead and up the priority on that so we get our housing, so we can get some more beavers. And then I need to up the priority on you and then you. Those, not so much. But this way planks should go right into here. You guys should be producing plenty. All right. 14 beavers. Haven't really had any catastrophes the first episode. We have plenty of food. I am concerned, though, about a bad tide quickly approaching. And so to that effort, I might want to start building this up. Don't have an issue there. But what we would want is you need to be higher than that for this to work. So what we actually need is something like this. Something like that. Landscaping definitely needs levees. Something like that. Like that. And so that will also block that off in case we fill this up. And then from there, we kind of just need to build up here. So we're going to get some levees like this. Or do I want that? I really want sluices down there. So we're just going to not do that for now. We'll start this little project. We do have lots of logs. We have plenty of wood over here, it seems, to support that endeavor. We should be starting to get resources online, hopefully. You guys should have plenty of logs and things. And there's the Badtide. All right, so this is not going to be good. Mind you, bad tides are not fun. It's probably going to kill a lot of our crops, which is not the end of the world, mind you. However, it is also not good. I wish I had a sluice here so I could just prevent bad water from getting into there, but we don't. So we're going to have to survive this bad tide without our diverter valve. It is coming in a few days. We should have plenty of water. These guys will not be able to pump. We'll get more research out of things, which is good. We should also be able to get some metal gathering going on. We have plenty of logs, 250. This should be being built. Did we connect all that up? We did. Perfect. So now we have more houses available. We can get more beavers. The question is, how bad is this first bad tide going to be? I don't know. I am afraid, very afraid. But we have gears coming in, planks coming in. We will want to, upgrade this to large storage. Same with that stuff eventually. To the underground storage, because it is just amazing. This stuff. I could actually get it if I had 1,000, but that's a waste of 1,000. You want the observatory first. We can survive off of this. They should also be getting all the way over here eventually. Start building all that. We are getting a gear surplus, which is nice, and they are finally building this guy. And the question is, are we starting to collect? We are starting to get some pine available, so we will be able to get pine, and we'll just start storing it. Obviously, we use it for the observatory to build that, but we will have to see how it goes. And the other nice thing about a bad tide, mind you, is we will still have power. So power is still a thing. We could even get power over here, because this is a bad tide. This is the bumhole of the map. We can get a bad water pump. I would want to get zip lines over here, though, in order to make that a little bit faster. That's only 31. That's not bad. These areas are getting a little far away. We could actually just go ahead and delete you. And I actually want to see power. Ooh, that would work. I don't know. I don't think they can reach them. They can reach that one. They should be too far away. Okay. We'll go ahead and just do this. And then it would not be... I don't know. Oh, well, they can't reach it because they can't get up there because of that. That's fine. That would further increase that power. We don't want to get too close over here, though, because we don't want to block off our potential gravity power, because we do want to do that as well. There's the bad tide. It is 11-day bad tide. We have quite a bit of water and quite a bit of food. You can see here how the well is just being poisoned. And so you can see all of this is going to die. It might not even come back because it dies in 8 days. Yeah, so all that is just going to perish. Very, very bad. These guys die in 16 days, so that's okay. These guys are going to die in 13 days, so they should be alright as well. You are going to be pine resin. There we go. And you should be able to be built. And then I can actually prioritize you so we can start getting some of that online. And dies in 0.1 days. So that died due to contamination. In order to replant this, we actually need to get a forester. So we can get a new forester over here. And then we can go ahead and plant crops and get blueberries. Oh, sorry, trees and bushes. Get the blueberries back. Like that. That'll take a little bit of time. We do want to get water wells additionally. These are all going to die, so this might be the end of us. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we nearly have 1,000 food. You guys are going to keep pumping a little bit until they run out of water. So we can actually stop all that now. We should start getting more research, which is good. And then I am going to want to get all the way over here and get some metals online. We still want to run these guys, though, because we can. Died due to contamination. We do need to build... Yeah, that diverter valve will be necessary for us in order to prevent further calamities from occurring. But I don't know if we're going to survive this one. Let's find out. I actually want to lower the priority of all that. And you can be a low priority as well. Don't need any of that. We should probably try to get that online. We can get metals as well. Scavenger flag. Get 2 of those. At least high prioritize one of them for workplace. Once they build those guys, we should be better for it. We got the Tapper Shack, which is completely useless right now because everything died. So we're going to go ahead and pause you. We're watching the water slowly dwindle. We might hit a water crisis because of this, which would not be good. Luckily, these are far enough inland. We're supported by that. Actually, let's go ahead and up the priority because I do want to do something for this as well. Beaver's injured, that's fine. Construction's lack materials. This one we can also high prioritize so we can get that to be high prioritized. Again, we have plenty of wood. Gears will be alright. I actually have enough for my observatory if I had enough science to unlock it. And we are producing... Oh, please don't go in the bad water there. That would be bad. Let's just mark all that because that is not safe. And in fact, I would just delete that, but I think they could still get over. 7 days. Water's doing okay. We do have Scavenger online, which is good. We have 1 bed available. That should be being built. I'm glad we got the medium water because we would not be doing well without it. Food is fine. We should be fine on food. We are getting more beavers, though. There's even a vacancy. Look at that. That means more science. Or rather, we had an unemployed beaver. Beaver injured should be fine. Blocked by bad water. Yeah, that's actually okay. Up to 11 for happiness. That's good. 12. I don't... Oh, it's because the roofs got built. And the lantern got built. And contemplation spot will help. I do want more housing, though. Something like that. And we'll go ahead and get decorations while we're at it and add some more roofs. Here, I do want to put some sort of decoration or well-being. A bulletin board would be nice, but that is way too expensive. We could add... What bit would be cool? Do I have any... We can add a shrub. Yeah, that's a little bit. Kind of like a brazier or something. Brazier's only the other guys. I don't remember. That's fine for now. That's just logs, so we will get more housing up and running for that. Blocked by bad water. New day, new adventure. Water, I don't think it's going to hold. I mean, we're over halfway. It was 11 days. But that is a rough one. And you should be collecting that. And then taking it back over to there. So now we're starting to get metals. That's a good thing. Because once we get the observatory online, we will be able to get enough research to go ahead and get transportation and get zip lines working to make all this a bit quicker. And they are finally building all of this. It's going to take a little while to do so. That is okay. We are trying to plow through that science, though. So we have, I think, all but one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 science an hour. You guys should still be chopping this stuff, I would hope. Are these marked for cutting? They are. Well, there's part of my problem. That's why we're not cutting those down. Well, that's going to be a huge surplus of logs. You actually don't need to be here either right now. Oh, we could have you, just because I just realized we still have a vacancy. That is all right. We could build that workplace. Nope, that's not what I want. We could do that. Just so they make that. You can actually be paused as well, just because we don't have anything to do there. We're in kind of something fierce here. We're about to run out of water, and there's 3 days left. So I'm pretty sure if I turn you guys on, you're not going to squeeze any water out because all the water's gone. Yeah, pretty sure that is that's not going to happen. So water crisis is inbound. That means we definitely need to get this up and running ASAP. So we can do a diverter valve to get this off the map. Because, yeah, that's not good. Because I just need clean water in here all the time. So 1, we can pump. 2, I kind of want to dynamite all this out so it's deeper. That requires us to have a dynamite factory. We have lots of little plans in order to do things. But, yeah, it requires resources to do that. We do have 500. We're actually skyrocketing through research. I think what we'll do is we will get the observatory next because we do have the resources for it now. And then once that is completed, we will push to try to maybe get triple valve, or we could go into metal production and get our sluices on the bottom and then just levees on top of that, and it will just allow water in if it is not bad tide. And so then that will block this off. We do need this set up, so then this is a high enough level that it goes off the map that way, and it will take a little while to flow over, let's say. We will eventually just want to get here and start making a bisection, just make this bad water. And so we could do that here as well. So then this just becomes a clean reservoir, which would actually, ooh, that sounds like an amazing plan. We can kind of a little bit plan that out. So what we would do is this, like that, and then something like you. They can't get over there for now, which is good, but we would just build sluices here. And so same for here. Or actually, no, I wanted to do that. It's probably fine. Or actually, we would remove those, and then we can go into landscaping, get some more levees. Actually, I don't need that one. There we go. And then we actually need to just bypass all this off. So it kind of just flows that way. And that would be a lot of levees. And that also needs to be destroyed, but it would just be something like that. And once all that is complete. Okay, all right. Well, we survived, and we're out of water, and bad things are happening. Nothing to do in range. Understood. That needs to come ASAP. All right, so we were there doing things. Nothing to do in range. Kind of need you to come back. All right, they are pumping. That should get me my water. And then that should help stabilize the system. Hopefully. We'll also need to prioritize this. Replant that stuff as well. And then we can also, from this, I could plant some trees up here if I wanted to. All right, that is all coming back. We are getting water. I'm wondering how bad it will be. We need this to go away. And we actually are almost up to enough. We're replanting everything. Food was fine. Water was a little bit of an issue, so we will need to take care of that. I need you to replant dead stuff, because this is all dead, died of contamination. So it's dead, replant it. But yes, our next major project is we need to get a dam system working so we can divert water off of the map there. And we will need to mark these resources for demolition. And then we need sluices. And then this can be a giant diverter valve, and this becomes a giant water reservoir. Fills all that up, and then we can even get water pumps up here. That could be great. And a drought is already approaching. That is hideous. We are going to get berries back, though. The crops are being planted. A drought is not the end of the world. We do need to fill our reserves, so 3 days is not a lot of time. But hopefully we can get that done. And we're going to go ahead and get our science unlocked right now. And we can go ahead and get our pathing set up. Not demolish, pathing. Set you to high priority, high workplace, and then we're just going to do a little bit of this. Because I don't need that right now. Ta-da! And then we'll go into here, and we'll just increase that for now. And we'll get all these resources back shortly. It disintegrates now? I did not know that. I did not know that disintegrated. We're just going to make you a little bit higher priority, so they at least start collecting all of that prior to moving there. But we do have pine resin. I think we have enough, right? Yeah, we have barely enough. But we are going to get that online. Gears, we have plenty of. Planks, we actually have plenty of. So this should be built fairly quickly. Water is returning. Hopefully this is not a long drought. I will need to start fortifying even more, it seems. Storage, let's go ahead and get another medium tank over here, as well as I do want another water pump. Maybe right there, and connect you in. This will also be high priorities. What is the maximum depth on these guys? I can't recall. Depth limit 2, so they can't go too deep. But look at that, that's almost already built. This has become a very long episode. We are getting plenty of metals as well. We do want to start looking at investing next in getting a smelter online so we can start processing them to get our sluices. This is being built very, very quickly. And we should do that. So now we're getting tons of science. Perfect. Or we should be. Yeah, the network is fine. Demands, we are just meeting demand. So let's go ahead and start doing a little bit of this. So we can start getting that, and then metals. Let's go ahead and get a smelter unlocked. 300 is what I need. Fortunately, this does not work during the evening, but once we get the smelter, we can plug that in right there, as that will connect power. This is becoming a small little industrial area. Drought has started. It is a 12-day drought that is hideous. This needs to be water. It is becoming harder and harder. We need to increase everything more and more. They are also still building all of that. But yeah, I need more water reserves. Luckily, we can pump a little bit throughout here just to kind of preserve things. These shouldn't hopefully die as long as the water is not too high. We can go ahead and pause all this for now, just because there's no reason doing it. And increase you guys to help build all my other little projects that are going on. In particular, these guys should be being built, but I think they're focusing on this first. No, you just make that high priority. And then what do we want to do? I have 134 landscaping. Sluices are 400, but we need metals first, which is going to be 300. So I need 700. That's fine once we have power. But oh man, this one's rough. And it looks like he is replanting the dead trees. Perfect. They will not die, luckily. And we still have tons of wood inbound. So that supports our mega project here. Eventually, we will just get over this way. We could just do a little bit of this. Something like that. And then I would need something like you. And a little bit of that, but priority on all of this is just going to be low. Definitely need lots more things to support all that. But yeah, all right, that is going to do it for today. We have survived a bad tide, multiple droughts. We have a very, very long drought that we're going through right now. Water is holding. We are also trying to build a little bit more storage here. We could just go ahead and increase the U to maximum. Hopefully they get that, but we have the resources for it, and if we can get that made, then that would be good. Oh, it's the end of the day, that's why they're not building. But we should be able to get that water tank online, get a little bit more water. As you can see here, they are building that, but next time we do want to get metal production online. We want to complete our first diverter valve system here, because that will be more than enough. With this being high enough, the bad water will divert off the map. It will take a little while to get to us, or rather clear this out, unfortunately. But once we have this all set up, that becomes quicker, because then it's just a little bit kind of goes that way, and then we start pumping through here. And that should also allow us to fill this up, which is kind of what I want to do. I don't know. All right, and then the other thing is we need to start getting kind of a new district set up somewhere. I'm thinking up here, we might want to build another dam project over here just to have more water for ourselves. For instance, just come over here, do a little scaffolding, build some levees like that, and then just get some dams across like there. So that holds the water back even more, so this should stay green. I would need to get all the way over there. We can mark some resources for demolition. Oh, they just go away. Interesting. And then we can just do a little bit of this. Like that. But we do have maximum capacity of water 720. That should help us in case of another issue. And yeah, things are going okay now. I want to say they're not great, but they're all right. We might need more stuff there. They are working quite hard over here to get all this built. And then again, we need to figure this out, but building needs water. That is fine. Alrighty, we're gonna end it there. I think this is like an hour and a half long episode, but we are on the experimental branch. It is version 1.0. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you at the next one. Dr. Munchkin, signing out.